Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am Kiera. In today's video, I'm going to be giving y'all an updated video on my tarot journey. So if that is something that you are interested in, make sure you keep on watching this video. If you are new to my channel, like I said, I am Kiera. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful, if you like it. Also, leave some comments down below. Let me know any videos you want to see from me, or if you have comments on your tarot journey that you want to leave down in the comment section, please do so. I would love to hear from you. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into what the topic of today's video is about. I do have some key points that I want to talk about, but I don't have like a full script and like how I'll be like scripting out my videos and stuff like that, just to make sure I cover everything. So for those who know me, y'all know I talk a lot, and if I get off track, I apologize, but I'm going to try and stay on track as much as I can. But let's go ahead and get into this video. So the first thing I want to talk about is the first video I ever posted on the channel, and that was a preview of all the tarot decks that I own and oracle decks that I own. If you haven't checked that video out, make sure you check it out. It's just all the decks that I have in my collection that I felt called to getting for my first decks, and basically like for me being a beginner tarot reader. Also talk a little bit about me and my reading journey and how I plan on reading from that point on. But this is the updated video because I have changed some things in how I read and everything like that. So originally I started out doing collective readings for the zodiac signs. So I do monthly pick a cards on this channel, as you probably have seen if you are subscribed already, and I also do weekly energy readings on my Twitter and also on Instagram. It's the same reading, but it's the weekly energy reading for the zodiac signs as well. So if you aren't following me on Instagram or Twitter, make sure you follow me so you can get a weekly update and weekly energy readings for your zodiac sign. But I do monthly pick a cards and monthly zodiac predictions on the channel as well. So that's pretty much how I started out reading, and I felt like I needed to get more practice in. I didn't have a lot of people to go with and a lot of people to experience my cards with and things like that, because a lot of people that I am around in my day-to-day life, we are not on the same page as far as my spiritual journey. I do have some family members and some friends that are into this kind of thing. I feel though I am doing tarot, and some people may know that, just going to ask people do they want a tarot reading, I just feel like it's not authentic. I feel like I wanted people to come and find me, and I feel like it would be more authentic when people align with my energy as far as me doing readings for them. So I just wasn't in the right space, or not the right space. I just felt like I wasn't ready to like ask people for readings. And I did ask like certain close people to me, can I do a reading? And they would say yeah. But if someone is serious about something, I'm not gonna bug you and like, come on girl, let's do this reading, come on, let's do this reading. No, if you say yes, then of course I'm gonna wait for you to say something else, because I'm not gonna bug you for the reading, because when you feel called that you need some answers, then that's when you'll come to me. That's how I feel about tarot. I feel like tarot is something that the person getting the reading should be called to come to you for a reading, versus you going and emailing people about getting a reading. That's not typically how it's done, okay? So I just felt like, even though I had people in my family that I could do readings on, sometimes people are even in a spiritual space to even understand what the reading is about. So they may think that you're trying to predict their future, and that's not really the case. It's basically giving insight on some things that they can be experiencing. It's not set in stone, because you always have free choice and free will to do whatever you want. So just doing it on people who don't truly understand, or actually doing it on people who don't. And this is another thing. It's like, I would ask people if they want it done, and you could tell if they really don't, but they'd be like, sure, okay, you know. And it's like, at that point, I don't want to do the reading, because your energy is not going to align with mine, and the reading may be off, or I'm going to get, it's just not going to be, it's not going to sit right. Because I have watched readings like pick a cards and things like that from certain tarot readers, and they do an amazing job on the reading, but it's just our energy wasn't aligned well. It felt as if the way they read was amazing, but I wasn't aligned with them. Basically, you have to like figure out who you align with and who you want to get your reading from, because you can't just go to any and everybody, because you're not going to resonate with any and everybody, basically. So that's basically where I was at with my tarot reading. So that's why I did collective readings, so that whoever sees my readings is meant for them, or whoever feel like it's meant for them is meant for them. Like, I don't ever like push anyone to like, go check out my reading, go watch my reading. Of course I share it on my social medias, but if you don't feel called to watch the video, then it's not for you, okay? And I didn't like, at this point, I'm getting up to like 50 views on my readings right now, and I'm okay with that. When it's all said and done, to me, it doesn't matter if I'm getting 50 views or 100K views on my readings. Really just doing it to reach the person that it's meant to reach. I don't care if that's 1 or 2 people, if it's meant for me to reach them people. And then also doing it collective readings on my channel, like I said in my previous video, on the first video that I linked above. Doing collective readings actually helped me to understand the cards more, because I was able to figure out what they meant and be confident in what it meant, as far as like, because I'm like sitting in front of this camera filming it, and although the video is going to get aired, right now in this moment it's just me in the room, and I can feel confident in what I'm saying. And I felt like if I would have started just straight out the gate just reading for people and I didn't understand the cards, people would have doubted me, like, because I honestly, truthfully, I was doubting myself, but I felt like people would see that and they would also begin to doubt me in my readings because I didn't seem as confident when I was pulling a certain card. Now Oracle decks is a little bit different. I should do an update on my Oracle decks and tell y'all. I'm probably going to do that in this video. Just bear with me. But basically, when it comes to tarot cards, like I use my first deck that I started using was the Modern Witch, and I also have 2 Vanessa Saminas decks. You probably, if you watched the first video, then you probably already know this, but I have Vanessa Saminas decks, the Pastel Journey, and I also have the Gentle Heart Tarot. The Gentle Heart Tarot is a little bit harder for me to read for some reason, because I don't practice with it as much as I do with the Modern Witch and also the Pastel Journey. Pastel Journey, I can say, is like my favorite. I love the artwork, I love the imagery, I just love everything about that deck. I also love the Gentle Heart Tarot deck, but it's a little bit harder for me to understand because I don't use that deck as often as I use the Modern Witch. And the Modern Witch is more relatable as far as the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. It looked more comparable to that one, so it's easier for me to understand that one. And when I think about the tarot cards, like I say, if I pull the 6 of Wands, I'm going to have an image of the Modern Witch in my head because that is the image that I learned from, basically. When it comes to pulling tarot cards, I didn't feel as confident because they're a little bit different than Oracle decks. If you are reading tarot and you are into Oracle decks as well, you'll understand that Oracle decks sometimes can be straightforward, and tarot decks pretty much have a set meaning. Although you could trust your intuition, they pretty much have a set meaning of what the card means and things like that. So it was a little bit harder for me to understand what the tarot deck meant, and that's why I didn't feel as confident. Way past that now, I feel a little bit more confident. There is still some cards in the deck. There's 78 cards in the deck. There's still some cards in the deck that I don't truly fully understand, but I feel like the more experience I gain, the better I will become at reading the cards and trusting my intuition. As far as Oracle decks are concerned, I feel like Oracle decks are a little bit easier. Like I said, I will say, out of the decks that I do have, I have the Work Your Light Oracle deck and also the Starseed Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell, and I feel like those decks are amazing decks, but I do feel more called to the Work Your Light Oracle deck. I don't use the Starseed Oracle deck as much. I also still have not finished that Letters to a Starseed book, but I do feel like the Starseed Oracle deck is just a little bit harder for me to get the meanings from. The Moonology deck is one of my favorites. I love all the moon phases with the zodiac signs. As y'all know that I am into astrology and things like that. I feel like astrology and spirituality and tarot just kind of go hand in hand because you tend to have that connection with the tarot cards when it comes to astrology. So I feel like it just goes hand in hand. Another thing I want to touch base on is how I felt like I was becoming addicted to tarot readings. So I was going through a lot this past like year to 2 years, basically, when I first started to get into my spiritual journey, and I felt like I was watching too many tarot readings. Some of the readings I felt like I didn't even align with them, honestly, and I would just click off the video because I'm like, this is not for me. But I also felt like I was consuming too many tarot readings. I was depending solely on tarot readings to give me insight and answers instead of going within myself and using my own energy and just using myself to guide me. I was using tarot to pretty much give me all the answers, and it was so crazy because no matter what, I feel like it don't matter if you are looking for an answer and the universe keeps giving you that answer and you just don't like it, but you keep going to try to seek it from other tarot readers, it's going to be the same answer in many different ways. And I was trying my hardest because I kept getting this answer about certain things, and I was trying my hardest to just get different answers, and it was always the same answer no matter what. It don't matter if it was different decks, it was always, and I would try to pick different group numbers, and it was just always the same answer. But I felt like I was getting too obsessed with tarot readings, and I felt like I had to take a drawback. So it was like I stopped watching them as much, and also that's when I was starting to read tarot as well. So I was like doing readings for myself, and I would still get the same answers even though I was like, I don't want these answers. They would still come through when I did readings for myself. And when I would do the weekly readings, I would also get the same answers. So it was just like, oh my goodness, like, it is what it is. Like, and especially when it comes to dealing with like relationships, loves, careers, and things like that, sometimes you will get the same answers over and over, and you just have to accept the fact that it is what it is, and some things you can't change because you have to allow life to take its course. And I just felt like I was just too dependent on them, and I had to take a break from like watching them on YouTube and things like that. I was also subscribed to a couple Patreons, and I would watch like weekly readings. I do appreciate the weekly readings, but I feel like just coming across a weekly reading like on Twitter or on YouTube is more sustainable for me, because just having a weekly reading and I'm paying for it every single week. I do love supporting people, but I also had to like think about myself, and I felt like I was slowly depending on weekly readings to give me what I thought was going on in my life. Now, some of the readings were spot on, and some of them just hit and miss. I just felt like I had to take a drop back, so I stopped watching as many readings. I stopped subscribing to certain Patreons, and I just had to go within myself and find out how I was going to navigate my life without tarot, because you shouldn't solely depend on it to get you through life. You also have to trust your own intuition in what you're doing, and that's what I did in that moment. I decided to take a drawback from watching this many readings. Tarot is amazing, but tarot can also be toxic if you let it. So if you are into tarot readings or you get into tarot readings, just be mindful not to consume so many tarot readings. And also, every reading is not for you. Every reader is not for everybody, and you won't align with every reader. You shouldn't force yourself to align with readers that you don't align with. You shouldn't always have to click on every single video. Like, I have favorite readers on YouTube that do pick cards, but I don't click on every single video that they upload, because every video is not meant for me. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say about tarot readings. Now, as far as doing personal readings, I am officially open for personal tarot readings if you want to book with me. All the details will be down in the description box, and I probably will clip something on the screen if I have it when I'm filming this video, because as I'm filming this video, I don't have any information right now, but I do know once this video is up, I'm officially open for tarot readings, so you can book with me. Just check the description box for all the details and things like that. I'm officially ready to start reading and branching out and just not being in my own way and blocking my blessings on what I'm supposed to do. I've been feeling called to do readings for the past couple months, and I just felt like I kept putting on hold. I made videos like talking to my phone like, I'm officially open for tarot readings and da da da, and I just never post the video. And I just feel like I'm way past that now. Like, I'm tired of being in my own way. I'm tired of just holding myself back and being afraid of what's to come next, and being afraid of failing, basically. And I think that is what holds me back a lot, is just being afraid to fail. Because if I'm afraid to fail, then I will never succeed, because I will never take the chance to succeed in life. So I'm just going with my intuition and trust my intuition. I am going to post this video, so give this video a thumbs up, because I really appreciate you guys for watching this video. If you stay till this long, like I said, I am officially open for personal tarot readings. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at I am Keyerakaye, and also on Twitter the same at. And I also will link my Facebook down below. It is a public Facebook. It's not private or anything. I will have you'll be able to follow my page, but I'm not like accepting any friend requests or anything like that. So I will be doing readings on my pages, and so you can follow me on there as well. I'll probably be more personable on there, because it's like a day-to-day life thing. I typically upload on this channel once a week, so it'll be more likely that I upload over there. But yeah, if you have any questions as far as my readings and things like that, or if you have anything else you want me to talk about as far as tarot, please leave it down in the comment section. This video was fairly short, but I decided to go ahead and upload this video because I wanted to express how I felt about tarot, and also give y'all an update on me offering tarot readings. I'm excited to announce that I'm officially open to book for tarot readings, so book with me if you feel called to. Trust your intuition. And yeah, so that is what I have for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy this little mini video and update on my tarot journey. With that being said, I will catch y'all in the next video. Make sure you are subscribed, like I said, with the notifications turned on, so you don't miss when I upload. I upload videos every Wednesday at 10 a.m. and you don't want to miss this amazing content. I'll see you later.